and talk to the question of the day. So this is what we're asking you this morning, and it's been a week at the State Capture Commission of Inquiry.
And it continues tomorrow. They're sitting tomorrow on a Saturday.
Yes.
Yake Kwinana,
she continues.
former SAA technical board chairperson, will be back.
Yes, so I mean, this is like, it just is, it just keeps on going, and it has been a very, very, some would say entertaining week, others would say interesting, others would say frustrating. But I don't want to add the words in, because it really has been quite a week at the State Capture Commission of Inquiry, and we'd love to know, what have you thought of it? What are your views on it? And not only this week, but if you'd like to go back in time and in general, what the State Capture Commission has done, give us your views. Let us know what you're thinking.
What it is, just tell us. That's why it's as open-ended as it is. We don't want to confine you to the events of this week when it comes to the Commission. Tell us what your views are. There's so much to say about the State Capture Commission of Inquiry, but as Leanne says, we're not going to put words in your mouth. Tell us what your views are at Morning Live SABC, and then we'll of course share your views and maybe a few of ours later on.
Looking forward to it. All right, let's get into the trending topics now. There's so many, and I mean, let's break it down for you, because obviously Trump meltdown, Biden 264 and Trump 214 are exactly the same trend, and you know why. It's all about the US elections, and you know, the Trump meltdown one is actually quite a funny trend, to be honest with you. I mean, it just Greta Thunberg. Now, I think it really started, I don't know if you've seen this as yet, Sakina. Back in 2019, it was December 2019, Donald Trump puts out a tweet, and that was it, December 12th. So ridiculous. Greta must work on her anger management problem, then go to a good old-fashioned movie with a friend. Chill, Greta, chill. Last night, Greta Thunberg decided to put out a tweet.
Maybe you need to remind people who Greta Thunberg is.
Well, I mean, Greta, you know, Greta is this kind of activist, environmentalist activist who is, you know, she was that lady, that young girl who had remember that young girl who had this growl on her face when she saw
teenager.
Yeah, I don't even know if she was a teenager at the time.
She's a teenager.
I suppose she is. But anyway, she puts out a tweet last night in response to Donald Trump's little meltdown that he's having over the election, saying, "So ridiculous. Donald must work on his anger management problem, then go to a good old-fashioned movie with a friend. Chill, Donald, chill." And that got Twitter going wild. So you can imagine. I mean, Trump has been having a meltdown from even before the election, and this week has just seen him going to another level. And, you know, we've spoken about that. We'll get that more in the news. There's the numbers now. Biden 264, Trump 214, and they haven't moved. However, there's still question mark over the 264, because that's, you know, the votes, and that is a number that Associated Press are sticking to. They have since yesterday. So when you go out there and you kind of look for election results, these are the kind of numbers that you will find. But if you look at the other news networks like CNN, even the New York Times, they are still going
a lot further out.
253. They're not calling it as dramatically, because what they've done here is they've added Arizona into the final total, and a lot of people are up in arms. So, but as we heard from Sherwin, it's looking like a Biden win unless something dramatic happens.
Nobody is at this point not calling it for Biden.
Yeah, but you never know.
But as we said, you know, you look at those key swing states. Sherwin was pointing out how the margins, how just tiny those margins are. So it's going to be interesting. But as he said, you know, it's urban votes as opposed to rural votes, and who those constituencies generally favor. That's what it's going to come down to. And I think this is where a lot of the projections are stemming from. So at this point, Donald Trump, he's not handling it well. As I said, the Trump campaign going to court and having already 2 of those court applications dismissed, rejected by judges in Wisconsin, in Georgia. So it's not looking good. And one of the things is, one of the traditions in the White House is the outgoing president will leave a note to the incoming president. And of course, everybody's wondering, you think
what's
Donald's
going to be on that note
for Joe?
Can you imagine? Oh, I don't want to know. Should we quickly get into our news headlines? We're running a bit late, and we maybe can steal a minute to talk about the other trending topics afterwards. So let me quickly bring you your headlines, and we'll have a look at those fun ones in a short while.